Okay, let's say hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Story Time. Today we are reading 3 different stories because our Bible story for church on Sunday actually has 3 different stories too. And they're stories that Jesus tells, 3 different stories. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This first one is called The Lost Sheep and the Lost Coin. Telling stories was Jesus' favorite way to teach people about God. Once there was a shepherd who had 100 sheep. Jesus said he loved them all, the big ones and the little ones, the good ones and the naughty ones. They were his sheep, and he loved them. Every day the shepherd counted his sheep to make sure they were all safe. One day he counted only 99 sheep. How many sheep is he supposed to have?
100.
Yeah, and if he only has 99, how many are missing?
1.
Yes, very good. Oh no, one was missing. Right away the shepherd left the 99 sheep together and went to look for the one that was lost.
And then maybe when the shepherd left, one might have escaped already.
Yes. Yes, that is something that a lot of people would worry about. That if the shepherd left the 99 sheep to find the one, maybe others of them would have escaped, right? But the shepherd doesn't seem worried about that, does he?
Mm-hmm.
He seems to think that the 99 are going to be safe and okay together, and that he still better go after that one. Should we read to the end?
Uh-huh.
The shepherd listened for the lost sheep to baa. He looked in all the places that sheep might get stuck or in trouble. It took a while, but the shepherd kept looking until he found the missing one. Then he called all his friends and neighbors. "Come on over," he cried. "I have found my sheep. Let's have a party." Jesus loved telling people stories like this about something being lost and then found. "I have another story," Jesus said. "Once there was a woman who had saved up 100 little silver coins. One day, when she was counting them, she discovered that she had lost one. What do you think she did? Did she think to herself, 'Oh, well, I've still got 9, so who cares if one is lost?' No, she did not. She lit her lamp and swept the house from top to bottom. She looked under and over and around everything in her house until she found that lost coin. Oh, she was so happy she had a party to celebrate." God is like this shepherd and this woman, Jesus said. God would never stop looking for someone who was lost.
Mommy, after all 3 stories, can we do the one where the sheep gets lost again?
Sure, we could go that one again. All right, this story is called The Prodigal Son, but it's also about something that gets lost and then found. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus spent time with all sorts of people, even some people who had done bad things. This made some other people mad. "Why is Jesus always around people who do bad things?" they grumbled. Jesus heard them, so he told them this story. A man had 2 sons. The younger son, who was a bit wild and crazy, came to his father and said, "Dad, I want to get away from here. I want my money." This made the father sad, but he split his money and gave his son the part that was his. The younger son packed his bag and headed out away from home. See, there he goes. Goodbye. The son traveled to a faraway country and spent all of his money on fancy parties and food. Soon he had no more money and no place to stay. Luckily for him, he found a man who let him sleep in his barn if the son fed the pigs. "What am I thinking?" he said to himself as he fed the pigs. "The men who work for my father have more than enough to eat, and here I am starving to death. I'll go home and say to my father, 'Dad, I made a big mistake. I'm not good enough to be your son, but would you let me work for you?'" So he went home. While he was still far away from his house, his father saw him. His father ran and threw his arms around him. The father put a ring on his son's finger and shoes on his feet and ordered a party to be thrown for him. The older son saw his father's servants preparing for the party and asked, "What's going on?" "Your brother is home," said a servant, "and your father is having a party." This made the older brother angry at his father. "I have always done what's right," he said to his father. "I've worked hard for you, but you never gave me a party. Now my brother came home after he wasted your money. Why are you throwing him a party?" "My son," the father said, "you have always been with me, but your brother left and has now come back." Then the people understood. Jesus spent time with those people because even though they had done bad things, they decided to change their lives and...
What was lost and then found?
The son. In this story, really both sons were lost and then found again. The younger son was lost because he went away to a faraway place, and the older son, even though he stayed home, he was lost too because he got angry at the father, and the father didn't even realize it. Let me finish the story, okay? We're almost done. "My son, you have always been with me, but your brother left and has now come back." Then the people understood. Jesus spent time with these people because even though they had done bad things, they decided to change their lives and live like God wanted. This made Jesus so happy. The end. Thanks for reading the story with me, kiddo.
Sheep one again.
Oh, yeah, we can read the sheep one again. But let's say goodbye to everybody first, and I'll read it to you off the camera.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. I said hello again.